Today we will be making a 100% cocoa butter soap. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ego the Messy Soaper and I'm happy and glad to have you back to my channel this week. If you are just joining us, we started a one oil soap series this month and we are glad as to how this series is going. I'm totally enjoying myself because I am learning on the job. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and turn on post notification. Meanwhile, we are 500 subscribers strong. Thank you so much for all of you that subscribe to be part of this soaping community. I'm glad to have you here. So let's get into this video. Cocoa butter is a luxurious oil as it is expensive here in Nigeria, this part of the world. Cocoa butter is expensive. It's an oil that if a client comes and says, okay, I want a custom made bar of soap, and the customer requests for cocoa butter, yes, that can be used, okay, except you have a luxury range of products and you would want to make a soap that contains cocoa butter in it. If not, I stick to my basic oils because it gets the job done. Now let us look at what cocoa butter brings to the table. Cocoa butter is a hard oil, right? It's not just a hard oil, it is a brittle oil because it is very difficult to chip, okay? And it has to be chipped. It's not a scoopable kind of butter. Now cocoa butter speeds up trace, okay? It speeds up trace and it is great for super fatting your soap. That is, let's not go into that. It's great for super fatting your soap. Cocoa butter brings a rich, creamy lather to your soap. It's not a cleansing oil. It's not an oil that should bubble, but well, we are here. Let's see what cocoa butter brings to the table. All right, it brings hardness for sure. It brings a creamy lather and it is certainly conditioning to the skin. Cocoa butter is not just used in soap making. Cocoa butter is used in chocolates, it's used for other food ingredients, toiletries, ointments, pharmaceuticals use 100% cocoa butter. We'll be making the soap at a super fat of 5%. Also note that in this series we use a 2:1 water ratio. That is 2 parts of water, 1 part of lye, as the case may be, okay? So that it has shorter time to cure the soap, to lose its water content. So I just thought I'd say that. Soapers will tell you to use cocoa butter in your soap at 5% to 15%. Others will tell you to use at 5% to 35%. Others will tell you you can use it up to 80%. And I can understand why it would be used at those percentages though, because it has the tendency to crack your soap when used at a high percentage. Well, today we'll be doing 100% cocoa butter soap, so we see what it brings to the table. So let's not discuss everything now. Let's get into the video and we'll talk about how cocoa butter is made in the first place. So cocoa butter is also known as theobroma oil. Cocoa butter is a pale yellow edible fat extracted from cocoa bean and is used to make chocolates, ointments, skincare products, and hair care products. It's got a cocoa flavor and aroma, and its melting point is slightly below human body temperature. Its total saturated fat is 57 to 64%. And this total saturated fat is composed of stearic acid, palmitic acid, myristic acid, and lauric acid. Now the unsaturated fat total is from 36 to 43%, which comprises of monounsaturated fat and polyunsaturated fat. Okay, now cocoa butter is gotten from the cocoa tree, which bears its fruit called cocoa beans. Now they are first fermented, then dried, then roasted and separated from its hulls to produce cocoa nibs. About 54 to 58% of these cocoa nibs is cocoa butter. Now look at this cocoa butter. The cocoa butter is brittle. Okay, it is a solid butter at room temperature and it tends to feel brittle. Not it tends, it's actually brittle and dry to the touch. But once it touches, it comes in contact with your skin, it just softens up and melts up so beautifully well. So I mean, it's a whole lot different from shea butter in its look and color. Shea butter is, on the other hand, a softer butter. It's solid at room temperature, of course, but it's softer and it has a thicker consistency and feels sticky to the touch. Okay, so I'm taking my temperature here. Okay, so let's go on. Now these nibs are grounded to form cocoa mass and they are also known as chocolate liquor or cocoa liquor. Now this chocolate liquor is pressed to separate the cocoa butter from the non-fat cocoa solids. Okay, that's how cocoa butter is made. So there is actually a cocoa bean. All right, now because of how expensive this butter is, companies, people like us, suppliers and formulators go for alternatives when it comes to production. Okay, and we can substitute with stuff like coconut oil, palm oil, soybean, rapeseed. The list is endless. But when it comes to the production of chocolates and other essential food items that represent cocoa butter, like now chocolate, they have no other choice or alternative but to use cocoa butter in its fullest 100%. Okay, hope this makes sense. So here we are mixing this batter, and you can see it's still very runny because I am soaping at a very, very convenient temperature. So I'll go in with my stick blender because I can't spend the whole day mixing this. And you would think that this would trace very fast. Well, the temperature at which you soap in matters a whole lot because it can keep your batter fluid for you for a longer period of time. So I am stick blending this to emulsion for it to trace quickly so we can get this cocoa butter in our molds for it to sit and be ready to unmold the next day. Okay, I think I'm okay with the consistency. If you would like to stick blend this longer than what I have done, please go ahead. But I love to have a very, very fluid pour so that you have less air bubbles in your soap and pockets in your soap as well. So the pour. As you know, I am soaping with 5% super fat and a 2:1 ratio, water ratio, 2 parts water to 1 part lye, so that the curing time will be lesser. So I'll let this sit and unmold the next day. Voila, it's the next day. Oh, look at this. I love how hard oils give me a very defined soap, but coconut oil didn't give us this, so take note. So this is the shea butter we did, 100% shea butter on the left and cocoa butter on the right. And I just wanted to see which gave a better imprint. Which, I don't know. I think the cocoa butter for me. And you can see it's a bit more brighter than the shea butter, but it is harder than the shea butter. Ladder test. The cocoa butter is harder than the shea butter. All right. So let's see what cocoa butter brings to our soap. Remember, we are doing this to know what individual oils bring when you do a combination of oils together. Okay, so I'm working this, been working it for a while, and this is about it. Trust me, I'm doing a lot of working there. I don't know if it's because it's a hard bar, it's not coming through, but I mean, it's quite conditioning on the skin with very, very small bubbles. And it's what we said, it doesn't really give you those bubbly effects, okay? And it's low in cleansing. It's gentle, it's mild, but it cleanses. All right, it's more of a conditioning bar, but you can see I'm working the soap to even get out what I am getting out right now. All right, you let me know if you I definitely would pick a cocoa butter soap over the softness of an olive oil soap. Okay, so let me know what you think. See you in our next video. Happy soaping.